Howdy. Nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. Another such a joyous day. Just as a really minor aside, really quick. December, January, the holiday seasons are the best time of year for YouTubers because there's a lot of ad money. And so generally you make the most money you're going to make right around the holiday times. My views on my channel are down so far, I've made so little money in December, I may not get paid from YouTube and all that until the end of January because I've made so little money. Thumbs up. Anyway though, weather report, plague rat report. It is raining. It was raining when I went out walkies last night, so I was pretty soaked and, that's fine. That's life. I walked around downtown. I didn't go to Walmart, and that's cool. Definitely a thumbs up on that. I bought a little bit of stuff because I had $4 to purchase food and such, so I spent just about that. So, thumbs up. Yeah, that YouTube paycheck would have been nice, so, oh boy. Oh well, life is life. And then for the plague rat report, at least people are wearing masks. The ones that I saw, but it was raining, so didn't see a lot of people out there. That's life too. Definitely a thumbs up. Cool. I have a few things, not many, just a few things written down. In fact, not many at all. Oh my gosh. One thing though that I did want to talk about is because I have been thinking about this on a creative level is all of my bone-hurting juice world story stuff where I talked about how, for a game design thing, how it might work, and then I worked on this idea for a setting. Right now I'm kind of stuck. I don't know what to do. I've got to figure out a way to do this without just destroying the world there and having it just be totally hopeless. Because the premise of the bone-hurting juice world story right now is that there's a northern continent and it had on it, there are fungal mines that are large, huge, and they have connections with people. There are individuals they're like elves, but they're part meat, part fungus. It is a perfect melding. The fungus is written into the DNA. The meat is written into the fungus DNA. They work together. As you get older, the meat is slowly replaced from your body and replaced by fungus, but it's not that the fungus is taking over and parasitically devouring the meat. No, it's as your body ages, the fungus just takes over that thing as that part of the meat begins to fail. And so eventually these individuals, these people are entirely fungus. When they're born, as they grow, the mother's fungus touches into the amniotic sac to let the fungus in the DNA know that they are part of a network. When these people are born, they have no meat brains. It is a fungal mass that functions entirely and perfectly as a brain. And then just as time, the fungus slowly replaces them until they're entirely fungal. But it is a symbiotic thing between the fungus and the meat, not a one's parasitic on the other. On the northern continent, one of these fungal mines has no mind. It has only its instinctive imperative, which is basically like a 4X at this point. Expand, explore, exploit, exterminate. Everything is just resources for its continued survival. At the point of the story that I'm at, there is no more northern continent. It has been entirely used up by the fungus. Everything that used to live there, mammals, people, the actual land itself, every bit of resource has been extracted out of it and used for the fungus. There's nothing left. Everything has been used. The center of the continent has been cannibalized outward. It's just dead. Nothing usable inside. Problem with that, though, if we do that, how much structural integrity is there to dead material? Not much. Water is heavy, So if the inside of this continent is gone, then there's just the outer walls of the continent, plus the fungus holding out the entire world's oceans. That wouldn't last long. It would collapse inward at one point. And where it collapses and water starts falling inward, it continues falling inward as the water tears stuff apart. And then pretty soon it goes from just a slow flow to boom, all the world's oceans slide into there. At which point everything on the planet is doomed, because even though the volume of water is going to sink massively across the entire planet as it fills up this huge hole where the continent used to be, even though the water level would sink, because of all that action, there would be massive tsunamis that would wipe out the planet. There wouldn't be anything alive. So that's bad. I can't exactly work on that one. There's alternates where that happened. I have to have the alternates where that doesn't. The next issue is I had them roughly figured out as it can't expand because of a whole bunch of minor things. I mean, like it's spreading out spores, but because of the jet stream and all being pulled, everything, all of the spores are being dropped down onto basically the northern pole of the planet, where all the ice is, and all the spores are just being destroyed. And then when they land in water, because it's just water, all the fish, the plankton, whatever, just eat the fungus, spores. So that's fine, that's good. But what's to stop it from spreading through water? What if it just filter feeds? There's a lot of food in water. So it could be just spreading outward from there, and there would be nothing and no way for anyone to do anything about it. Again, end of the world, boring story. So I have to figure out a way to put this on an alternate where the world doesn't end in that fashion by the fungus. That's not easy to work out, because I've got to figure out why it's not spreading through the water, or if it is filter feeding and all that, why it's not just filling up the entirety of the ocean and then everyone dies. So I have to figure out why that's not happening. It could be under a water base that things are able to eat it better. It's not able to spread as well. Could be the temperature of the water not ideal for it. I don't know. We'll have to see. But assuming that for my purposes, I can figure out how to do this so that it works in my head. One of the big issues, because I'd said these people are the people of these fungal things, the Dorlan. There are groups, they are fungal minds. There are kingdoms of them, and they work together, just like fungus right now. There are bad funguses and good funguses. There is the fungus that just eats dead stuff. There are fungus that eats, like, mold that gets onto your bread and your other food. And then there's the fungus in the forests that work symbiotically with the forests, because the trees give the fungus what it needs. And symbiotically, the fungus gives the tree what it needs. And then they allow the whole forest to communicate, because yes, fungus is like a plant-based internet where trees are constantly communicating with each other, sending each other things that they need. There are mother trees in forests that help regulate the entire forest through the fungal network. So in this world, there are all these different fungal minds, but they're of larger groups. So you have the Dorlan, and they'll have smaller outposts and cities, and then larger areas, and then you take a look at the whole kingdom as having a proto-mind, because when you are a Dorlan, you are part of a network. You are part of that fungal network. If you are even separated by 1,000 miles from somebody who's a part of your network, you just think of them, and then you talk to them, and they answer back. And if you give somebody a mental hug You can feel it. So these people are intimately connected with themselves and with the fungal network. So there's the outposts, the networks, and, well, the networks, the smaller villages, the cities, but you take a look at the entirety of one kingdom and all of its people, they have a proto-mind because of that. The underlying mind of the fungus that fits over just the instincts. So there's the instinctual mind, which is just the 4X part, and then the extra mind on top of that that's growing from all the people in it that helps control it and makes it symbiotic with the rest of the world. There are 5 major fungal kingdoms like that on the southern continent. So now that the northern continent has spread out and is attacking the southern continent, yeah, the people of the Calendris, where it landed and is taking over, they're screwed. Everyone that used to live there died from the magical plague. Then the people of the magical plague that were waking up and making their own culture, their own civilization, got attacked by the fungal mind, and whammo, 98% of them are all dead. So the people of the Calendris got screwed twice. The larger fungal minds of the southern continent are trying to figure out how to stop this invasion. And they are in a quandary because the fungal mass of the northern continent used up everything on the northern continent. The minds of the southern continent are trying to do their best to rein things in. They're putting up huge filter things that go up in the air and filter out spores. So as air goes through them, they get rid of the bad spores, they're devoured and destroyed that way. It's having to put up more and more of those all the time, everywhere. And it does a land-based thing to make sure to destroy and catch the mycelium coming down south from the northern part of the southern continent. The fungal minds are having to convert more and more of the resources of the southern continent into fungal mass to defend it from the northern fungal mass, and they are worried because they work symbiotically. They are not a parasitic thing. With the Dwarlin, with the rest of the people on the continent, working symbiotically, helping others and getting from them on a continual basis is so much better than just take over, parasitically destroy. They're gone. But you work with people and others, and you have continued resources flowing in outward what they need, which continues bringing in the things you need. So they want to work symbiotically. They don't want to end up like the northern continent. But they are so scared because they're having to convert more and more of the southern continent into fungal mass to protect against the attack from the north. And they know at some point, if this does not change, if they cannot stop this, they will reach a tipping point where more resources that the individuals need that live on the continent are being taken from them to be converted into fungus to defend against the north. And when that tipping point happens, they're no better than the north. They will have parasitically destroyed the southern continent, trying to protect it from the parasite from the north. So the fungal kingdoms and minds and the proto-mind growing together, because those 5 kingdoms are growing a proto-mind that in the future would be an incredible thing. But they've got to work hard not to destroy the continent and everyone that lives on it, and defend it against the attack from the north. It's this alternate with this story is rough, and I'm having to work hard to make it so that the fungus from the north doesn't just win. And right now, I'm finding very, very few ways for them to even hold on for a little while before it's the end. So it's heavy-duty work. And I want people to live. I want this to be a happy story. I don't just want everything on this alternate to die. But we'll have to see. I'll have to figure out some way. I'll do what I can. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 1 to 20. I'll try speaking in English now. I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left one. Good, bad, and different. You took the time. You expended the calories. Thank you very much. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, and even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my depression, fibro, ADHD, and more, oh boy, my brain. So calling on my Chrome, we have Dominican Frieza, thumbs up and thank you. Ice Damon, good to see you. Perfect Tragedy, good to see you in the comments as well. Brutish Wing 2.0, thumbs up and thank you. NIALLUX, thumbs up and thank you. MH Jang, or Yang, I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that, but thank you very much. My Swift Race Car, I like the name, thumbs up. And there is Pixel, PIXXL, thumbs up and thank you. TCA Abby, greatly appreciated. Deeb Web 7, thumbs up and thank you. Sebastian Ferris, good to see you in the comments. Joel Anderson, thumbs up and thank you. Ooh, Cellar Door Whispers. I like the name. I have tried Kratom in the past. It didn't really do anything for me, unfortunately. I'm not against trying it again in the future. We'll have to see how that works out. NIETA MUCU NABITU, thumbs up and thank you. Made in Canada, good to see you in the comments. XOXH, it's Hello Kitty, except it's digits instead of vowels. Thumbs up, thank you. Azurus Nutella, thumbs up. Nick David, greatly appreciated. Ben B, my Scottish accent, I can do that one without even thinking about it. And then we have Confused Owl 29, thumbs up and thank you. Colin Reisner, greatly appreciated. Isabella, thumbs up and thank you. Walter Gaming, greatly appreciated. Lazy Mode, good information, thank you. And Potato Tron, good to see you in the comments. It is appreciated from each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, and that is a very important thing. Definitely a thumbs up and thank you. If you could check out my various links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, Patreon.com. If you could become a Patreon.com patron, like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. Especially since, because of the low payments on my videos this month, any amount of help would help. Now, if you'd like to help me out without sending money through the patronage, I have a PayPal link down below. That would be cool if you could help. And if you'd like to help me out without using the PayPal link, I have an Amazon wishlist link as well with things like cat food, hamster bedding, silly things, not silly things. If you could check it out, that would be very cool. And now, do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart, where I draw interest. So thank you very much. I'm salivating like crazy around my dentures. I'm so sorry. If you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definite thumbs up. And of course, if you could hit the notification bell and the subscription button, that would be very, very awesome. A definite thumbs up. Oof da. Okay, smokes. Yeah, I'm in a quandary. My old brain just not functioning all that well today. Haven't been sleeping well again. Thumbs up. And of course, the lobster hat wearing duckhead of judgment suffers from a surplus of scorn. It is ready, not eager, but ready to cast that scorn upon those it finds disappointing. Its mockery is severe. Do not disappoint the lobster hat wearing duckhead of judgment. It suffers from a surplus of scorn. And of course, Black Lives Matter. You know, maybe we shouldn't gun down people in the streets or just murder them for no good reason just because of the color of their skin. You know, let's think about that one. And of course, justice for everybody, the jackbooted, brown-shirted fascist thugs in police uniforms who keep brutalizing and murdering American citizens in their homes on the streets. This is one of those cases where it really doesn't matter what the color of your skin is, because the cops kill everybody. They don't care what the color of your skin is. This is a crisis, but the cops kill everyone. Unless you're rich. But hey, I have this video here. I have another video that I've got already to edit, render, and upload, so thumbs up on that. So please wear a mask, wash your hands, try not to touch your face. If you have to go out, please practice your social distancing. It's the only way we're going to get through this. And of course, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. Practice as much self-care as you can. Be as creative as you can. And I will see you.